We're gonna go ahead and pop this clutch lever on. You can see we have this awesome machine textured finish. Oh, let's pop that out. Let's put some paint behind there. We're done with it. A little bit tricky. I knew it was gonna be a little bit tricky to get these rear sets on.
Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, and welcome to season 4 of the new bike build series. This is where we're taking this beautiful 2018 Yamaha R1M, and with the help of our channel sponsors, specifically Manny from Moto Million, we're going to transform this motorcycle into something really, really special. And at the end of the build series, we are giving this bike away to one of you outstanding people viewing the video. Information on how you might win this motorcycle is in the description. In today's video, these filthy stock rear sets must go, and Zack is the man to replace them with some outstanding rear sets supplied to us by Manny from Moto Million. Zack?
Got some awesome TWM rear sets here. Go along with our TWM aluminum folding lever. We're gonna go ahead and pop this clutch lever on. Starting to eliminate all the silver pieces off this bike. The rear sets, I believe, should be all black anodized in color.
Nice.
Let's see, do we get the carbon fiber heel guards this time again? Yes, it looks like we have. We've used, if you've watched before, we've used these same rear sets on our S1000 RR builds.
Yes.
And the last one came with these carbon fiber heel guards. They're pretty cool. The first ones had pointy metal pieces. They were cool, but this is even cooler.
I agree.
And interesting to see on the last S1000 we did with the black frame and the black rear sets. It really changed the way the motorcycle looked. You can see we have this awesome machine textured finish.
Yes.
Lots of spots you can put your footrest in, so you can be higher, you could go lower, depending on how comfortable you want to be, how aggressive you need to be. Another thing with rear sets is the foot pegs are solid mounted, and I know it doesn't sound like that would mean much of anything, but it makes the biggest difference when you're riding.
Oh wow.
It really does. It just, to have this foot peg mounted solid beneath you instead of being on this spring and kind of floppy, even though the spring only goes upward. Yeah. It's just not as stiff downward as when it's solid mounted. And I just feel like I have so much more control when you have this rear set.
I agree.
Peg mounted on. And we get rid of these ugly curb feelers.
Yes. Now I would normally scrape these off with my cornering efforts.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that's
you know,
the thing to do.
We don't have time for that. Right. So.
Due to the ice on the road,
yes.
You go try to drift them off or something.
Yeah.
Another benefit you get is a lot of times, like our rear brake pedal here, is mounted on a bearing, so you just get better feel. It's that much more precise. Where the factory one is just on a bushing and kind of floppy. There's no bearing here. It's just a brass bushing usually. Okay. I don't know that for a fact on the Yamaha. We'll find out here in a moment. Well, let's start with that side because it will be way easier.
Removal of the stock rear sets.
Yes, this side quite easy. No brake or anything in the way. That just comes off, goes off to the side. We're done with it. If I knew this was the final time we were mounting these, I would definitely put some blue Loctite on these bolts. But
yes,
like I said, we're most likely trading them out.
We will, for Pro Tie. What color Pro Tie bolts do you want,
Look how much farther back we go right here.
Oh yeah.
You can go up that much higher. I mean, it's quite a difference. Or you can come in and up, whatever you want. That's mainly where your knee winds up at, into the gas tank. I think we'll probably stick with the natural color.
Works for me.
On this whole bike, I think it'll look good.
I think so.
Anything else will be too much over the top, because what do we got? Natural,
gold, and blue
to choose from. Yeah, so I think just the chain will stand out enough in gold.
Yes.
Again, if this were final, we would torque these to whatever the torque spec is in the service manual. But we know this is coming back apart, so I'm just going to snug them up so it's good enough in case we catch a nice day and we have to go for a ride. But
in case, yeah. From 13 degrees to something nice?
Yeah, most likely. Hey, you never know. It was like 45 yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 days ago? 2 days ago it was 45.
Yeah.
A little rainy.
Anything's possible.
We should go out here because we're going to leave it at standard shift. If we wanted GP shift, we'd be in here. That seems probably about right. We'll have to sit up there and see. We usually like these in the middle. If anything, it's kind of close, but we can move that lever down one. I can't see any reason to have another bracket in there.
Me neither.
All right, well that'll complete this side install then.
Looks great.
Oh, let's pop that out. Let's put some paint behind there. I think we need paint.
Because that just bugs the heck out of Zach.
Just can't be shiny. Finishing up arts and crafts time.
Yes. It smells good.
All right, we'll leave it alone at that. That's
All
my
right.
problem with painting. I always keep messing with it.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll let that dry. Let's get over to the other side and see what kind of interesting puzzle we're going to get ourselves into. So it looks like we're installing this new Heim joint, which is what this little end here with the ball in it is called. They're really awesome. We're going to install this onto our stock master cylinder, hopefully. And then these are going to mount our master cylinder. And I did see in the spec sheet that the little spaces here are going to stay on the inside. Plus, that's really the only thing that makes sense. All right, so after I called technical support, thanks, Manny.
Yes.
We got an idea together and some plans together on how to mount the exhaust and what we're going to do about the rear brake light switch. Currently, just remove the rear brake light switch because it was a spring type and there's just nowhere to mount it on this. So he's going to send us a pressure type one. So we'll just replace this banjo bolt. Those wires will plug in where the brake light switch plugged in, and then we'll be good to go on that part. I do need to source a spring for the brake lever. The factory one doesn't work, just to help it stay in its return position. But other than that, everything else mounted up well. The bracket that comes for the exhaust, as you can see, it's supposed to mount here, is way too long.
Yes.
So instead of cutting this, because the hole would wind up right in this weird zigzag part, that's not going to work well. I think we can cut the original one that came with our Akrapovich pipe, because it looks like it'll line up in that hole and this hole.
Yep.
Just about perfectly. We'll just have to figure out which side it goes on and looks better. But all we have to do is that, make this hole bigger. I'm going to cut this piece off and we'll paint it black. And it should come out looking pretty good. So this is going to take up the uppermost mount for your rear set. We're going with the middle one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to use this one, we just have to source a longer bolt that then you can put a nut on the back side.
Sure.
So it is still adjustable up there. Wanted to make sure that would work that way. But yeah, it's just hitting on this edge, so I'm going to just go to the grinder and take a diagonal on this edge. Alright, so we got that edge knocked off, contoured a little bit differently. So now let's see, we should be able to mount this. So we know exactly what we're working with. So I think we got our final mock-up here if you want to just take a look from the rear. It does look like it's kicking out a bit, but that's just got to be how the pipe sits.
Yes.
I think it'll be fine once we get the bike down off the lift.
I agree.
Because it's not twisted or anything. That's what we were worried about before. So this is nice and straight, this is nice and straight. There's no tension on any of this. It's just kind of sitting on the exhaust spring. So I think that's all we can do. What I'm going to do is cut this off and paint this bracket black.
Yep.
And I think that'll look nice and sleek. And
It will.
Should hold the exhaust up fine. So you'll just have to tune in next time. We'll
Yep.
show this all cleaned up, finished, painted black. And we'll move along and installing some other custom parts that we have.
Cool.
And we're going to figure out our paint scheme. So
Yes.
that's going to be a good one. We'll look at all the carbon fiber pieces we have, what we're going to be getting, what the painter wants to do, what I want to do, and we'll hash it out.
Yep.
And maybe we'll even get some input from you guys.
That'll
We
be
got
awesome.
some interesting pieces that, like a tank cover that we're not sure if we want to use or not, if we're going to use this piece, that piece. So we'll figure it all out. But right now we got some awesome carbon fiber brake lines, some great rear sets,
Yes.
amazing wheels, amazing brake system up front,
Yes.
super lightweight battery. Got the Samco hoses, engine ice. We got our, what else have we done so far? Oh, the Olin steering damper.
Yep.
the full titanium Akrapovic exhaust.
We had the ECU flash. It's going to be flashed again, which the ECU's out of the bike right now.
It's up in the toolbox. Our race ECU.
Safe and sound.
There it is in the pile of rags.
Yes.
ECU.
Yes. So lots of stuff we've done to this bike and a lot more to come.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look great. Oh, we got our fresh paint over here. Let's see how it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if this was worthwhile or not. Can't do a rear set video and not have both rear sets installed. Right?
No.
Oh yeah.
That looks much better.
Yeah, your eye's just not drawn to the shiny part behind it.
Exactly.
Cool. I like it. We'll do the same thing to the other side too. I'll
Yes.
put some paint on that. So yeah, stay tuned and you'll get the final view of it. But a little bit tricky. I knew it was going to be a little bit tricky to get these rear sets on.
Yes.
Because there's not much for instructions and there's a million ways you can mount everything, you know?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Zach.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you all next time.
All right, you heard the man. The next video is going to be pretty exciting. Our master painter, King David, will be in the house, and we're going to discuss paint options for our awesome carbon fiber parts that we're going to install onto this motorcycle. And then Zach will have all of this finished up. You'll be able to see that bracket cleaned up and the bike in beautiful form. In the next episode, somebody's going to win this motorcycle once this motorcycle is all completed. Information on how you might be that lucky person is in the description, but you're going to want to join our Patreon community for sure, because we have another bike that we're going to introduce to this build series, and you guys are going to absolutely love that motorcycle. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap that bell so you can be notified when new content is uploaded. Stay tuned for more videos in this amazing build series, this R1M. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like it right now because it's naked and afraid, but it's coming along very well, and it's going to look fantastic once done. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for viewing. We'll catch you next time on the New Bike Build Series.